Hello everybody, welcome back to another edition of the EcoStruxure Machine Expert HVAC. I'm your host, Leandro Mada, and in this video what we're going to see is how we can create function blocks. So in the previous video we've seen the functions that basically it has just one output and doesn't have any instance on the block. Now with the function blocks will allow us to have an instance so we can have information inside. We should be able to troubleshoot the function block and we can have multiple outputs. So let's go to the software. I'm going to start a new project. I believe is M10.2 M10.2 function blocks. And I'm going to select this one. Okay, so function blocks. How to start. First, once you are in the programming side, project, add, you have new folder, program that we already covered, functions, we already covered that before, and now we're going to cover the function blocks. Once you select the function block, then it will ask you which is the language that you want to use. I'm going to start with the FPD, just because FPD, and here I usually use the names of the syntax FP underscore whatever I want. So I'm going to use math. Okay. Okay. So in the top, compared with the function, we don't have anything declared. So we need to define which are inputs and outputs. So I'm going to define input 1. I usually use like a enable, like a boolean. Then we can start with calculation. So it's going to be I bar 1 integer, and then I'm gonna copy this 3, and then I can use an output, usually start q underscore something, I result integer. Okay. Now on the class is how you want to define the variable. Okay, so in the variable we just define as an input, output, or output. Okay, these four are going to be inputs and this one's going to be output. Now if we create a function program, so it's going to be, for example, FBD SR control. Here we have the possibility to assign to a task because it's a program. It's not a function or function block that it needs to be inside a program. The program needs to be inside a task. And now if I put the FB math inside, it will ask me for an instance. So I need to create an instance. So I'm going to be instance calculation 1. And here you can see that I have different things. So I can add different outputs. So I can have, for example, output to result I don't know, more than 10. If it's more than 10 the result, then I just activate something. Okay, and then if we go here, I believe there's no update. No, what I usually do is to go here and check it and put it back again. Okay, now if we go here, let's just add the code. So it's going to be enable. Here in the past we have possibility to select input and output. That has changed on the version 1.7. If you want to go to the other side, we just right click and switch directions. would be great to have direct access, but we don't have. Maybe in the future, who knows? Bar. So I'm going to put this here. I'm going to add the arithmetic add here, and I'm going to add one input space to connect. There we go. I'm going to select this one. I'll use the enable output. There we go. And this one will go to result like that. And now I need to check if that is higher than a value. Comparison. This one, I'm going to put this one down here, more than 10. And here I need to add a constant value. 10. So everything seems fine. So now we have this one. I'm going to add enable one. I'm going to add another one, bar 1. It's going to be integer, and then I'm going to create plenty of this. Okay, now let's add this here, bar 1 here, bar 2. Trying to make this faster, okay? And more than 10, then I'm going to create a new variable called indication 1. And there we go. We have this done. Now, this is a little bit different compared with the other one, because all the calculation, everything has an instance, so I should be able to troubleshoot inside the code to see if everything was working fine. What I'm going to do is to create a new line after. So if you are using function blocks that contain the logic for the motor, then you can probably use this to encapsulate everything. Instance calculation 2. Then you can also add a few things here, for example, a logo or a function block. Here you can put an image, description. You can add more things. But that is not that important. You can add the image there, and then you should be able to see that image there. Okay, enable 2, indication 2 here, and then I'm going to add bar 5, bar 6, bar 7, bar 8. Now let's have a look to the software simulation. Okay, that's changed on the new version. It just doesn't allow to have multiple instances, just once. Okay. Okay, there we go. So you can see now 1, 2, 3 doesn't do anything because it's power off. Power on is doing something, and if you go inside here, you should be able to see this. And if you double click on this one, you access the other one. Here you can see this indication, current instance. You can go to the instance that you want, okay, to see what is really happening. So here I'm going to use the number 8. This one goes to true, and this one, even if I turn this on, it has different values. Okay, so if it's a simple calculation or a conversion, I use functions. But if I need to make code, more logic, more outputs, more control, I use function blocks, okay? Because it will allow me to see what is really happening with the block inside, okay? And we can reuse it. It's much better, or usually working that way. So there are a few things here to check too. You can export to library, but I already explained that. In the properties, you can have some description, calculations. Okay, and then if you go back here, use le, and if you just compile, maybe if you go to properties, you should be able to see that description over here. The last one, let me check. The function block. Let me check for the images just in case. Okay, I brought for the image, and you can see it's a PNG. Okay, add it, compile. Let's see if it changed something. Here you can see they have my logo. Maybe here it doesn't change unless I drag and drop it again. But of course I need to make some modifications here. Then there you have the icon over there. You can make it as fancy as you want. Okay, so this is how you can use function blocks in Machine Expert HVAC. If you have some reuse code, I will probably advise you to compact everything in just one function blocks, because it's going to be much easier for you to share or have it in a library. Okay, so we need to start thinking on compacting the things. It's going to be much better. So thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.